Na, 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 and I miss you. And now I know. Hey student, watch this video and learn how to make echo questions in English. Coming up. Hey friends, Teacher Prix here to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. Thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope this lesson is useful. I hope you learn something new tonight. For people joining, that's awesome. And if you are watching the replay, my friend, that's amazing too. Post your questions in the comments and I will make sure to check them out. Now moving on, my friends. What are echo questions? I don't have much time tonight, so I gotta dive into the content real quick. Well, before, a little message. Download my free ebook and join my Telegram group. The link is in the descriptions of this video and I explain what you're going to learn in this really nice and free ebook. The link is in my bio. Check my bio on Instagram. Oh, and hey, I'm also on Instagram. Do you follow me on Instagram? I post stories. I answer questions. I really want to help you guys. Now, echo questions in real life conversations. Guys, when you are in a conversation with someone, okay, you're having a conversation no matter what you're talking about, okay? And you want to express surprise. Or maybe you didn't understand very well what the person said. Or even if you just, if you think you did not hear correctly, you just want to check, you just want to make sure that you heard the person well, you might repeat what the person said, okay? So basically, an echo question is that. It's a repetition of what the person said, but there are some strategies that I'm gonna show you here in this lesson, and more importantly, your intonation will rise. Your intonation, there's a song, rise, 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 keep on rising. It's an old song. All right, so here's an example. I'm not getting married. You're not what? So this is an example. I will explain all you need to know so that you can make echo questions. Basically, echo question is a type of question, informal question, okay? If you remember the traditional grammar that explains people how to ask questions, this is not it, okay? So if you are at a job interview, if you are in a conference, maybe in a meeting, or if you are in a formal environment, this may not be the best thing for you, okay? Use this when you are talking to people, in casual conversations. Maybe you are at a bar talking to someone, friends, getting to know people, or with people you feel comfortable with, okay? So friends, casual conversations, because depending on your intonation, you may come off as rude, depending on where you use this, okay? And the person you're using this with, all right? Now, as I said, you're gonna use echo questions either because you didn't completely hear what the person said, or you didn't understand what the person said, or because you wanna confirm what you heard, or because it's something surprising and you can't believe it. You are shocked. Okay, so maybe I'm talking to my best friend and her wedding was supposed to happen like in 2 days. She calls me and she says, Priscilla, I'm not getting married anymore. You know what? Because this is shocking. Her wedding is in 2 days. She calls me and says, Priscilla, I'm not getting married anymore. You're what? You're not what? And then we continue the conversation, okay? Now, how do you do it? Okay, there are some ways to do it, okay? And don't confuse this with tag questions, okay? Tag questions are a little bit different. I think I have a lesson here on my channel where I talk about tag questions. That's not it, okay? It's a little different, all right? Now, when you use an echo question, you can focus on one part of what the person said, so you can repeat one part of what the person said, and include, and you have to change your intonation. And then after you say a little bit of what the person said, you are going to include a stressed intonation rising W8 word or a phrase with how often, how long, how much. Okay, so here are some possibilities. Let me show you some examples to make it clear for you. So let me tell you, let's say we are in a conversation and I tell you, hey, Jack is leaving at 6. If I want to ask a correct question, I could say, I'm sorry, when is Jack leaving? That is a correct question. I said, Jack is leaving at 6, but you didn't understand. So you could say, I'm sorry, when is Jack leaving? This is the polite way to say it. Now, the dramatic, casual, informal way to say it, you could say, Jack is leaving when? So here I repeated almost the complete sentence. I didn't repeat the time because maybe that's the part I didn't understand, okay? Because, guys, if you understood everything, then no need to repeat. So Jack is leaving when? So Jack is leaving when? So when is the last part of the echo question. That's actually the echo question part. And this part, the W8 word, needs to be rising. The intonation needs to rise. So Jack is leaving when? Oh, it's 6? No, he isn't. You don't know Jack. He is always late. So if he says he's leaving at 6, he's probably leaving at 8 because Jack is always late, okay? So maybe that's why I was surprised because my friend said Jack is leaving at 6. Jack is leaving when? 6? No, that's not Jack. Jack is leaving, is probably leaving at 8. Now, another example. I paid $300 for this dress. Not a dress, a sweater. I paid $300 for this sweater. You paid how much? You paid how much? So here I said, I paid $300 for this sweater. Then the person can say, you paid how much? And this how much is the echo question. Now pay attention that you will need to make some changes, some adaptations, okay? For example, if the person looks at you and says, I paid, when you make the echo question, you can't say, I paid what? No, you can't do that, okay? I paid? No, you paid how much? So be careful, okay, with the pronouns, especially pronouns. You will need to change them because if I look at you and said, and say, I paid $300 for this sweater. You paid how much? Okay, so that's the idea of an echo question. So you may need to make a few changes. And as you see, I stopped at you paid. You paid how much? Okay, so you will use part of the original sentence and then you will complete with the W8 word or maybe how, a phrase with how, okay? Now, intonation, as I said at the beginning of this lesson, because you want to show surprise, shock, or maybe you just want to confirm that the information is true, your intonation needs to rise. That's why, depending on the location, depending on the person you're talking to, this may not be a good idea, okay? So be careful not to exaggerate your intonation and go all dramatic, all bananas on the person you're talking to, okay? So be careful because that may be considered rude. So everything at the right place, at the right time, with the right person, okay? So I don't recommend people to use this in meetings, job interviews. Don't do that, okay? Now, if you're enjoying this lesson, send me hearts here on Instagram and share this lesson here on YouTube. You know, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. You know, from Monday to Friday, I post many interesting lessons. So if you are part of this family, you know, subscribing to my YouTube channel, you support the channel, you help the channel grow. I think we're more than 130,000 something here on YouTube. And that makes me really happy because I know that people here, they participate, they're committed, they really want to improve their English and achieve English fluency, okay? So like, share, and subscribe. Now, moving on. Guys, Teacher Prix, how do I know what Teacher, how do I know what W8 word to use? What? When? How? Who? How do I know? Well, that's very simple. It all comes down to the information the person is giving you. in the original sentence. So you have to pay attention in the original sentence. Is the person talking about a place? Is the person talking about an object, a thing? Is the person talking about money, about price? Is the person talking about time? So you will know what W8 question word to use depending on the information the person is giving you. So if I look at you and say, I'm going to Thailand, you're going where? Thailand? What? Why? Why are you going there? Okay, so pay attention to the information the person is giving, and based on the information the person gives you, you will know if you need to use when, if you need to use where, if you need to use what. Now, one thing that may help you is that what is very common, and I will show you after this slide that you can use what for pretty much anything, okay? So Peter is arriving at 8. He's arriving when? At 8 or tomorrow, okay? So always pay attention to the information the person in the conversation is giving you, okay? Very, very well. Awesome. Now, use what? A lot. So you can use what, my friend? Go for it. What? Now, as I told you, you will repeat part of the phrase of the original sentence, okay? But you can shorten your echo question and use the W8 word what. For example, this renovation will cost $10,000. It'll cost how much? If I use the word cost, the verb cost, then I need to continue with how much. It will cost how much? But if I stop at will, it will what? I will dance on Times Square. You will what? I will buy a Ferrari. You will what? I will be the next president of the United States. You will what? So, don't use the verb and then you can stop at what. You can use the word what, okay? This is even shorter than the other versions I'm showing you, okay? So let's say James is moving to Canada. He's moving where? So here I used moving. I used more parts of the original sentence, okay? So he is moving where? Now, if I don't want to say moving, I can go straight to his what. His what? What is he doing? His what? So if I didn't want to use the echo question and I wanted to use something more appropriate, I could say, what is he doing? He's moving to Canada. He's moving where? This is one option. He's what? This is another option, a shorter option. And let me tell you, very, very common in conversations in English, informal conversations. Start paying attention to the movies you watch, to the TV series you watch, because you will listen to this every 5 minutes. He what? Huh, I can't believe he said that. All right? Moving on. You can also use the verb do plus what. And here when I say do, you may use do in the continuous form, in the simple past, or, you will need to conjugate this verb. And I will show you how. Let's see an example in the past. Peter bought a new car yesterday. He bought what? So this is one option. He bought what? Then I want to use only what? He what? He bought a new car. He what? He bought a new car? I can't believe that. He doesn't have any money. I can't believe he bought a new car. So first option, he bought what? Then I use the verb buy in the past. But then I don't want to say the verb buy. I just want to say what? He what? Because I don't want to repeat the action. But then I can also use the do in the past. He did what? And why am I using did? Because the original sentence is in the past. So he bought a new car. He did what? Yes, he bought a new car. I know. I don't know what to do about Peter. He is stubborn. He's not very responsible. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Now, 3 options you have here. Another example. Linda is getting a new haircut. She's what? So here, I don't use any verb. Well, just one part. She is doing what? Okay? Because the original sentence is using the continuous form, is getting a new haircut. whoops, haircut. So I can say she's what? Getting a new haircut. She's getting what? She's getting a new haircut. She's doing what? She's getting a new haircut. I can't believe she got a haircut like 2 days ago. What is she gonna change in her hair this time? Crazy girl. So Linda's getting a new haircut is the original sentence. I can shorten that to she's getting what? A haircut. She's doing what? What is she doing? She's getting a new haircut. She's what? Getting a new haircut. So you see, here you have different options of things you can say, of echo questions you can use in conversations. But remember what teacher Prix is telling you? You don't use this, how am I going to put this? You don't use this in serious conversations, in formal conversations, because you may come off as rude, okay? So that is very important. Keep that in mind, okay, my friends? Other than that, I think that's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. All I ask you now is to support the channel by sharing this lesson with your friends, inviting people to join, to participate. Join my Telegram group. I think I have the link in the descriptions of this video. I always send something different, something new, extra in the Telegram. And other than that, thank you so much. And I will see you tomorrow for another English lesson. Bye-bye.